Hi guys, today I have a Hobbycraft haul, possibly my first Hobbycraft haul, but I decided to get a little bit more into scrapbooking and crafting and stuff rather than just the planning, because I felt like the way that I was using the planner was very scrapbooky and very kind of, it maybe lent itself to something different. So I have ordered some different things to create an actual scrapbook instead of just doing it in my planner. And we'll talk about the planner in future videos, but I'm thinking of maybe using that in a more organisation way than a creative way in the future. But I went to the shop and bought so much stuff. I took the kids, which was probably a mistake, and they picked some stuff out as well, and I'm just going to go through what we got. I'm going to start with the stuff that I've actually already used, and that's these things here. And I bought these mostly to make kind of backgrounds and just like washes of watercolour and stuff like that, just for a little bit of fun. But I've been really enjoying it. I've already made like a little note for someone, and I don't know, I've seen a lot of stuff to do with watercolours on Instagram recently, and that kind of inspired me to give it a go myself. So I've got this, which is kind of textured card. This has 3 extra brushes in it, which are actually washing right now, or drying rather. A really wide one and a couple of thinner ones, and this was £5. I think it was £1.50 for 5 sheets of this card. And then this is one of the most inexpensive watercolour kits. It reminds me of something I had when I was a child, and I think that this was £3.50, which I think is really good. I may at some point graduate to something nicer than this, because it is a cheap kit. And you can tell whilst you're using it that it's not expensive, but I thought it was really good. If you're a little bit like me and you try out new hobbies and then toss them aside pretty quickly, I thought £3.50 you can kind of afford to do that for a couple of times and kind of get bored with it. The kids picked out some stuff. They got a scrapbook each, and I'm pretty sure these are going to be identical, so I just opened one of them. This one's going to be Milo's because he likes red, and again inside it's got kind of a thick card. It's not a thick card, to be fair, it's kind of just normal card, almost like thick paper. I was hoping it would be thicker than that, but these are the ones that they wanted. And I think what I'm going to do is, especially for Milo, I don't really want to give this him and just say, you know, have at it, because I'll just use it as a drawing pad. And the reason that I wanted to do these is to actually collect things for them. So what I'm going to do is, as and when he does things like pictures and drawings and stuff, and we want to keep them, I'm going to stick them in here, as well as fit the photographs and other stuff that he wants to do. But I'm going to try and get him involved in kind of putting it together, but once I've actually collected the stuff that wants to go together. And this one was Ella's, it's just white. I think these were 2 for £5, but correct me if I'm wrong. Milo always picked this as well, or also picked this, because Ella a long time ago had one of these for Christmas. And someone, let's say Father Christmas or an elf, had got, it's quite a large one though, and they painted it all, and she's used it ever since. It's kind of like a treasure chest. It had a name on it and all that stuff. And Milo's always liked it, so we found a small one, and that's what he chose. And he also chose a little M for his bedroom. And then lastly, this plasticine, which I think was around £2 or £3. Not expensive. He wanted to get some really outlandishly expensive Play-Doh. And I found this, which was way better. And he's even got some little cutters. So hopefully, we're on the last day of school holidays right now. Hopefully that will keep them entertained a little bit. Onto the scrapbooking now. I got these 2 paper sets in the sale, and since I'm actually going to order, or I have ordered, an Erin Condren notebook. They've got these new notebooks with dotted paper, and I thought they were just so cute, so I've ordered that as my new planner, because I just really like the way that the Erin Condren books kind of feel, and they're laid out, and I like the size of them and how uniform they'll now be. If I stack them all together, they'll all look the same, so that's why I went for that. And so this smaller paper is going to be really good, because obviously something like this is going to have to be cut down to put in either mine or the kids' scrapbooks anyway. So I got these, and this is, let's see if I can open it up. Those stickers were insanely difficult to get off. That was ridiculous. Anyway, they're all kind of scrapbook sheets. These are one-sided, not double-sided, but I think there's going to be 2 designs of each. Yeah, 30 sheets, 15 designs, 2 designs of each, and they're £2. I don't think that's too bad. So you would use this as kind of like a mount for pictures or just a background or whatever. And like I say, these are going to be particularly good for the size of scrapbooks that we're looking at using. And I love this. This is probably my favourite one. I love colour, but, you know, can't go wrong with a bit of chevron. Then Ella helped me pick out some paper. These are ridiculous. I think these are like £1 each for paper. Some of them were £1.50. Madness. So we only got 4, and maybe we'll never get any more because they were so expensive. But I really liked this one, although there's glitter everywhere now, which is just kind of brown paper with dots. I could make this with glue. I'm not getting anything like that again. This is double-sided, and Ella likes the ocean side of it. It's all kind of blues. She loves blues. This is actually also kind of double-sided in the way that it's normal card on one side and it's textured card on the other side. I think this is, oh no, this is double-sided as well. Why you would want, I mean, I really like that side, but why you would want that side instead of that side, because this is clearly the slightly nicer side for the bit of bling, and it's got like, and this has got glitter but it's glued on. Prefer that to this. I don't know, I feel like they're kind of totally different, although I do really like that. I don't know, maybe I'll eat my words. But they were about £1 each, I think. And then on to the bits and pieces at the end. So we chose some washi tape each. I think these were £1.50 each. I got this, reminds me of kind of Homer Simpson donut sprinkles. I think these are donuts that Ella chose, and these ones are just kind of like a geometric pattern. I thought it was quite sweet. I also do have some other ones that are coming from eBay, of course, but whilst we were there I wanted to get some. I got some ink. Now I think it was two for £3 on single ink pads. Again, I've got this because I was into that kind of green-blue colour. And we got a black, and I wanted to get other colours, but I didn't want to spend a fortune because, again, I don't know whether this is something that we're going to stick to doing. So I got one of these instead, which is just a little mini one, and you could use it for anything. You could use it, it's got a tiny little brush, you could use it for like distressing the edges if you wanted to, or just on a small stamp. And luckily, we did get a set of tiny little stamps, which I think will almost fit into those little tiny squares. If you see, doesn't that just look like it might fit into one of those tiny little squares? I think that it probably will, which is kind of cool. I think that was maybe £2. It couldn't be included in the 2 for £3, but I didn't want to spend a fortune on loads of different ones, so I just got the small one instead. This is really cool. We were looking at stamps, and stamps are so expensive. They were like, some of them are like £10 each. Some of the cheaper ones were only £4. That's £4. That's madness for one stamp. So we got this little set, which was 7, and it's got loads of different stamps on it. It's got like flowers and stars and just all kinds of gems. So we got that instead. Ella picked this one because she really wanted it because it had unicorns, and Milo absolutely loves flamingos, or bamingos as he calls them, so I think that one will get use. And then I got 2 other sets of stamps that were letters. Some of the letters were really expensive, and I think this was only £3 or £4 for the whole thing, and then this was £2 or £3 as a little tiny one as well, so I thought they would probably get use. I got 2 stamps. I think that's coming up to the last things, in fact. 2 stamps. This was £5 and it's absolutely massive. I haven't tried it out yet, but I can't wait. Both for things like, if you wanted to, hang on, let me get through this stuff. If you wanted to take a stamp of something like the scrapbook paper, oh, this one would have been easier, or like this, if you wanted to just do like a circle of something like that, and you don't want to cut it out, I don't know about you, but I cannot cut out a circle to save my life, then that would be really cool. But also photos, I thought. If you've got like a headshot of someone, you could just take their kind of face and do a picture of their face. I thought that would be quite sweet. Or, I don't know, a ticket, anything. I just really wanted a circle one. I had no idea how big it would have to be this size, so I'm glad I bought it in store and not online, because what I was looking at online was definitely not going to be as big as I wanted it to be. But this is seriously huge. And then lastly, I got this, which was £1. It was just in this little bin, and I wanted it because it was £1, and that's how they get me. And it's a little mini craft punch. It's only 10mm, and it is like a little flower, I suppose, which is quite cute. So that is everything I got from Hobbycraft. I went absolutely mad. But I have a feeling this will not be the last Hobbycraft haul you see. Milo was going crazy while we were going in that shop, just running around and saying it was the best place ever. I can't remember what he said. He said something really funny. I'm not going to remember. He used a really strange word to say how great it was, like cowabunga or something insane. Oh, I'm never going to remember. How have I got baby brain and he's like 4 years old? But anyway, I think that this is going to be something that we can all get into together. The kids love stuff like stamping, and I think that if we can put together our little scrapbooks, it's going to be a nice little family activity. So let me know if you enjoyed this, and if you want to see future hauls, if I do shop there again, or if I shop at kind of crafty places, if you want to see more craft hauls, then let me know. And if you've got any specific places you think I would like to shop, or, you know, little offshoot hobbies that I might get into, if you think that I'd be into that, then please let me know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.